Well, welcome, friends. Thank you for being here and sharing this practice. And we're going to open just with sitting for a few moments to just kind of check in with yourself. So I'm just going to lay my hands with the palms facing up in this open position to receive. And let your eyes gently close. I hope you're sitting in a comfortable position. And just take a few moments of quiet. You've taken all this time to set up, to be here, to turn on your Zoom, or whatever it is you're practicing with. And release yourself into yourself. Start to feel into these places of illumination. So into your belly, the home of the belly brain, the home of your grounding, of your flow, and of your fire. So just breathing into your belly center, almost like the bellows stoking the flame. And then bringing your awareness up to your heart center. Bringing your breath into the heart center. And again, just imagining that each breath is just fanning the flames of your heart's desires. You don't need to know what they are. You don't need to name them. Just feel yourself present into your heart center. And then guiding your awareness up to the crown, to your head, to above your head. And you might even feel the inner gaze rise up. You can even take your tongue, and if you trace along the hard palate of your mouth to at the roof of the mouth, to just right when the hard palate becomes soft, and just press up with your tongue. And you'll feel your awareness guided upward. Maybe you even notice you lift up or your heart lifts. Take your inner gaze up and feel into that space above you. Your ether, your spirit, your energy. And slowly release your tongue. Well, we're going to take the right hand and just the index finger, middle finger, lay them at your throat center, just right at the base of your throat, that little open area. You can keep the index finger, middle finger together here and kind of open up the rest of your hands. So spread the thumb, the other two fingers, you're holding your throat. And then the left hand can rest on your belly or your heart, wherever you feel called to place it. And feel this opening at your throat. You might even feel a heartbeat here, a fluttering. Just reminding yourself that this throat chakra, your throat center, is between your heart and your head. A place of expression, communication, verbalization, vocalization, singing, tuning. And now taking your left hand and just lay it on top of the right some way that makes sense to you, almost like you're holding. You could even take your left hand and just wrap it around your neck, like you're just warming and holding. We'll take one more breath here. I'm going to release the left hand back. I'm going to hold it on the heart. You know, I might even have the hand on top of the right hand still. but just be at your heart center and keep your fingers on your throat. We're gonna Om, and that way you'll feel the vibrational action here. And we're gonna do 3 Oms. We're gonna play with the Om too. So, you're in your own space and just be free. So that we'll start with, a regular Om at one level, and then I'm going to encourage you to maybe start low, go high, go low, just play with it for the final 2, and, be vulnerable and open. It's all fine. Heart is laughing already, anticipating what this is going to be, but it's going to be great. Mm-hmm. So we'll start with the first one. Inhale. And the last one. Release your hands back to your thighs, palms face up, bow your chin. And just feel into whatever that was with a smile. Turn your palms to face down onto your thighs and lift your chin and open your eyes. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to start with a downward facing dog just to kind of feel whatever is arising in your body. And if you prefer child's pose, that's fine too. And we'll say goodbye to heart. Bye, heart.
I'm going to do the downward facing dog.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm going to pass that up.
Okay. And then invite in any movement into your dog that would feel nice for you, or even just being still, feel into what your body is offering you. Any tightness. And then feel into your tailbone and imagine, you can lift the tailbone high to the sky, and that might lift the heels a little higher. You can bend the knees from there. Press into the heels of your hands down and forward. Maybe you even lift your heart a little bit, look forward, take the belly in. And then release back, downward dog. I'm just gonna pedal the knees here a few times. I'm just looking at my feet, my ankles. And nice, and then from here, we're gonna just take the right knee, just lay it down on the floor as if you're almost in hands and knees with the left leg extended. Bye. Tuck the toes under, draw your belly in, hands waving goodbye. Lift your left leg straight up. And then take your gaze forward, lift your heart, put your left hand somewhere where you can support yourself, so you can take the right arm out. And just extend in these 2 directions. But it's actually 4 directions. As the left hand's pushing down, right arm is extending, left leg extending, and the right knee is engaged. And then exhale, release hand, take that foot, still stretch it back. And then just take yourself back, like as if you almost want to bring that left heel towards the floor, but it's not going to go. And as you press back and push the heels of the hands down and forward, maybe you can lift the right knee up into your chest, curl yourself in. And then release. Knee down. I'm going to keep the legs where they are, walk my hands back. So you'll bend your left knee and then just come into this, I'm just sitting, like a bit of a, Rodin the thinker thing. So you could have your heels up, you can have your hands down, you can come into this pondering state. Maybe the right heel comes towards the floor. Ponder this pose where it feels opening and tight, all of that. Good. Take one more breath in, and then release your hands back down. And then we'll just walk back, both knees back, hands forward, and we'll come back to downward facing dog just to bring ourselves back. So pedal your feet, lift your tailbone high, wag your puppy tail. And then we'll take the left knee down. So just down, tuck both toes under. And now anchor your hands. So you lift your heart, your gaze, and lift the right leg up with the toes pointing down. Then move your right hand anywhere you need it so you feel balanced. Shift the weight onto the right hand so you can take the left arm out. And breathe, extend, feel. Yes, good. And then we'll release down and just take that right foot down. And then I'm just gonna take you just send yourself back a little bit, like you want to push that right heel down so the heels of the hands are pushing forward. And then see if you can take that left knee up into your chest. You look at it. And then we'll put that down. Drop the right knee down, walk your hands back, and come back to your pondering pose. Just thinking, do I like this? How does it feel? Good. Take one more breath. And then we'll release. Come back to your hands and your knees, and we're going to take child's pose. So we'll open the knees wide, big toes touch. Send your hips back. Walk your hands forward and drop down. So your knees can be nice and wide. And just feel your breath. Put your hands wherever you need. If you need them underneath your forehead, do that. And just noticing in this first child's pose, any place that's talking to you. Feel your breath. And we'll take one more full breath in and full breath out. We're going to come back to hands and knees, but without changing the shape of my feet. So I still have the knees wide, big toes touch. Yeah, I'm going to take the right foot or the knee forward, almost just it's not really quite pigeon, just forward. I have the foot outside the left knee. Yes, good. And then from here, I'll take that left toes, tuck them under, reach back, anchor your hands, breathe, press into that left heel. And drop your left hip a little bit. Good. And then we'll come back into child's pose. So you can bring the knee back, the feet back, send your hips back, and drop in. Breathe here. And take one more full breath. And then we'll come back up, hands and knees, keep the legs as they are. Bring the left foot in front of the right knee. There you go. Hope that works. Kind of like a pigeon, but we're quite far back. And then I'll tuck the back toes under, press back. And as you're here, you can start to, you just drop the right hip, and that's going to give you, oh, look at that. That's interesting. You can even lift the hip. Kind of feel. Okay, so we're not going to come back to child's pose. I'm going to put the right knee down and take that right leg out so you can come to sit. So, kamsa. And I have that right foot back. At this point, you know, if you want to sit on something, bring it in, take a moment, feel whatever this is, and if it's really uncomfortable, sit up higher. Good. Okay, we're just going to take twist here. So I'll keep the right hand behind, left hand over, turn. If this is too much, you know, bring it in or sit cross-legged. Yeah, that's it. And then just turn. And then sweep your arms around. So the right hand comes to the left knee, left hand behind, turn. Let's go one more time on each side. So just bring it all the way back to turn yourself to the right. And all the way back to the left. And then bring yourself to center here. So I have the right foot back, if that works. If not, like I said, go to cross-legged. I'm just going to take this into a bit of a forward fold. So I'll just walk the hands forward. You feel for yourself where your body says to stop. Maybe you come onto your forearms. And allow the hips to just release over to the left. Just gently. Good. And then walk yourself upright. Again, take a moment, and now we're going to take the hands behind and just lean back. So we've been doing this a little bit for the front of the thigh here. Okay, so we'll just take it all the way. I'll put the left sole of the left foot on the floor. And if you stop anywhere, if you feel pulling in your knee, come out, sit up on something higher. Now just lift your hips up. And then pull your tailbone forward or draw your belly in and take the hips. I say bet the hips, but it's really you're coming onto more of the sacrum. And maybe you can come down. Again, you're just looking for sensation. So you be wherever you need to be. Breathe. Take one more breath. Okay. And then we'll walk ourselves back up. I'm going to release the left foot back out. Now I'm going to take this right leg and swing it around. I'm not going to use hands, so just lean over to the left, sweep your leg around, and we're going to come to sit. I'm going, leg in front of leg, if this works. And then you're here. You're going to take your hands together and just start to stir your pot, your cauldron. You can put your hands on your knees if that's happier, on the floor, and just feel yourself moving. So say again, sitting up on something could be very helpful. So just feel this nice movement here, just releasing all of that in the inner hip crease. Good. And we're going to come back to a forward fold, but before we do, find your center, lengthen, interlace your fingers, inhale and reach up. And then as you exhale, release your hands, reach forward. Feel that the sacrum's coming in and up. So I'll just turn to the side. So you come with a straight back, and then wherever you go, the hands have to come down and bring yourself into a forward fold here. Just drop in. You might put your forehead on the floor, on your arms, or keep your hands down. And breathe. Wherever you are in this, release yourself through your jaw, your eyes, your pelvic floor. You can ponder anything here. And take one more full breath in, and maybe sigh it out. Bring your voice in, and then we're going to come up, and I'm just going to lift the head and the heart. I'm going to take the hands off the floor, so I'm just reaching. Come all the way up. Put your right hand down on the floor, reach up through the left side, crescent over to the right. And then come all the way up, both arms lift, left hand down, crescent over to the left. Okay, let's do that one more time each side. And if it's a long time to be sitting in this shape, you adjust your legs, honor your body, honor your practice, and one more time, crescent over to the left. Good, and come back. Okay, So I'm bringing my hands together. I'm gonna pop up on my knees just to come back down. So you can skip this altogether, but I get a little tighter. I walk the feet in, lift the belly, come up, and then bring it back down. Okay, okay, now we're gonna take the left leg. So no hands, just gonna sweep it behind. And then once I get it here, I take that foot, I turn it, find your place, sit up on something, honor, you know, this is too much here, pull that calf muscle out. You can even pull the knees up. And we're gonna come back to that twist. So left hand behind, right hand all the way over, turn yourself to the left. Ponder what you need. And then sweep your arms all the way over to the right. Take that twist, a few breaths. And then back over. And we'll just do this one more time on each side. And then just switching to the right. And then we'll come back to center, and we're going to take just a little forward here. Just walk your hands forward, feel, breathe, and you come down. Whatever's there, just release yourself. Notice if your left hip is lifting, just to notice. Good. Take one more full breath in. Release, and then walk your hands back up. Just sit tall for a moment, and we're going to take it back. So bring the hands behind, lean back on your hands if you can. Sole of the right foot to the floor. And sitting, I'm not sitting on something, but I highly recommend it. Don't do as I do as I say. And then open your heart. I'm just going to lift up. Pull the tail forward, draw the belly in. I'm going to come down more on the sacrum. And that might be enough. I'm going to find your place. I'm going to keep the chin tucked in. I'm going to open the shoulders back, draw the belly in. And that combination gives me more in the top of the thigh. Good. Okay, take one more breath. And find your way out of this. And once you're here, we'll drop that down. Good, no hands. And lean to the right. Sweep that leg. If you need to, dance with it, do that. And then I'm going to lay it in front of the right shin. Good. Kind of find your center here. Okay, bring your hands together at your heart. Smile. Opposite, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, reach up. Good. And then I'll release the hands here, the interlace. I start to reach forward. That's great offering. The hands come down when they need to. And you bring yourself into your version of forward fold here. Just feeling into your outer hip, your hip crease, any place that is very present. So you ponder your breath, you ponder this shape. You illuminate yourself with this gift of discovery. And take one more full breath in, side out. Now I anchor the legs. So I'm pushing down into the earth so I can just come up, arms can lift and reach up. Good. And then bring your hands together at your heart, come back, and I'm just going to lift up again onto the knees. So I kind of bring everything in, really get firm, lift the belly. You take your weight forward, pop up, and then pop down with great reverence. Good. Okay, take your hands down, Open your legs out, move them around. Good. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to take the hands back. Yes. Let's come down onto your upper arms here. And the palms are flat. I actually have the thumb and the index finger just kind of tucking into the side of the hips here. Good. And then you can keep your legs straight or you can bend them, whatever feels good. Just going to lift the heart, and then as if you're doing almost cat-cow, let the heart come back, shoulders forward. So you take the shoulders back, open your heart, and come back. And we'll just do that a few times, and then we're going to do the shoulders one at a time. As I'm doing this, I'm looking at my feet, spreading the toes. And next time you open your heart, stay here, and now take the right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, and then switch. So your head will turn to look at the shoulder that's drawing back. Good. Nice. And then we'll do an equal number, come to your center. I'm gonna really ground the legs. I draw my belly in, so maybe I can take the arms off the floor and take myself up. Good. Take your hands behind you. This time we're gonna do that same thing, but on our hands. So really spread your fingers, open your heart, and then just do this cat-cow thing here now that we're sitting. Again, if you need to bend your knees, do that. So we'll just do one, two more. Feel that you can bring the shoulders back, shoulder blades together, and back, and then we'll go independent. So one shoulder back, one shoulder forward, and the opposite. So keep your hands grounded, fingers spread, maybe toes spread. And then we'll come back to center. Okay, again, I'm gonna really draw in, take the hands, come up. And if you're okay sitting like this with your legs out, otherwise sit on something. Okay, I'm gonna bring the hands together. So here I'm really lifting from the sacrum and the belly. And if you're sitting back, then that's your indication to sit on something. You'll lift up, interlace your fingers, flip the palms, reach up. And now as you exhale, release the hands and take it into your version here. And this is tight, we haven't done standing forward fold yet, so you're gonna really feel the backs of your legs. You're gonna come in wherever you need to. If that is the hands behind you and the head dropping, so you feel a stretch in the backs of your legs, that's totally fine. And now you're just gonna release yourself here and ponder this, like, oh, it feels so tight. Where does it feel tight? How can I be here? Where can I soften, release, let the head go a little more? And if you're able to grab your feet, then you can go there. As soon as you take the hands off the floor, the abdominals have to kind of grip to come in. So we felt that just bringing ourselves upright. So just wherever you are, hands on the floor, number one. Just breathe. So, I love to, when we do these forward folds, I love to come out and come back in. So it's also an opportunity, again, I'll just draw the abdominals in, reach up, lengthen. It's an opportunity to re-prop if you need that. And just bring yourself back to your version. Breathing, feeling, releasing, inviting. Notice if you're gripping in your jaw, your third eye. We'll just take 5 more breaths here. So ask yourself, how can I do less? Maybe the arms are going to relax more. The jaw open, the heart release. The feet might flop out. How can you do less? And after your fifth exhale, maybe it's a noisy sigh. And again here, I'm going to draw in the abdominals, press the legs towards the floor so I can reach my arms and come up. So it's not in the back, it's grounded. Good. Release your hands down by your sides. And I'm going to stay in this shape and keep the right hand behind, the left hand's coming all the way over. And then we turn to the right. Okay, open your shoulders back, lift your heart if you can, add your feet. Okay, I'm going to start to slide this left hand down the right leg. And it's just looking for something different. At some point, you know, you might be able to grab hold of the outside of your foot. And then I'll reach this right arm up and take it over or reach or up or here, wherever works for you. Lean to the left. And then release the right hand down. Left arm is going to lift. I'm going to bend the right leg, walk the right leg out a little bit, and we're going to come all the way up. So you feel your hand, you feel your legs, just lift up, open yourself, you can turn your right foot out, reach, and release. Good, and then we come down, I'm just going to drop this right knee out. I'll just turn myself, so we're here, you know, prop up, make it nice. And then give this foot a little bit of love. So you're looking at the sole of the foot, and you can spread the toes. Good. Okay, then I anchor the foot. I actually like press down with my hands to see, oh, I know I'm not going to get right to the top of the foot, but just feel that. Good. And then just lean yourself forward just enough to pick up that left hip and then put it back. Good. Okay, come here for a moment. Find your lengthening, your tallness. And get a little taller. Now I'm going to put the left hand down just to the outside of the left leg. Reach the right arm up. And just crescent yourself out here. So I'm not turning towards the leg. I'm keeping myself, you know, upright. So you be wherever you need to. If you're turning, it's fine. But it is like rib cage, you know. So as if I'm turning my ribs more to the right. Open the left shoulder. So you can do that by turning your left inner elbow out. Good. And then we'll release to the opposite side. Right hand down, left arm lifts. And you'll just crescent nicely here. So I'll add the left foot, really anchor the heel. Good. Now we're going to turn. So I'm going to take that left hand back down, reach the right arm up, and now you turn towards the left leg. Suck that hip in, because that, you know, is how we turn the low back, how we turn the belly. And then exhale and descend over this leg. Put your hands wherever you need. Drop your head if you can. If you can go deeper, the right hand might cross over to the outside of the left leg. But, you know, honor your practice, honor your flow, and ponder your pose, breathe. So wherever you are here, as long as you feel sensation in the stretch, then you're in a good place. And I give this to you too, you know, we want to be able to do the same pose again tomorrow. So we don't want to push it too hard. Just release your breath, the back of your heart. And just take 5 more breaths here. So really let yourself go. Whatever that means in your body right now. Puppy. Good. And then we'll release. So again, I'm just going to reach this right arm straight up like you're painting a rainbow across or over your head. Take the hands down. Pause here. Can you need a place to lie down? Okay. Then from here, I just took the prop out from underneath my right leg. We're going to lift up again. So I put the right hand down, left arm lifts, and you just lift yourself up and turn your left foot flat, open, crescent the left arm over your head, anchor the right hand, and then I'm going to turn the left toes up to the ceiling as I come back down. I'm really revolving that hip. Bring your hands together, ponder, feel. Good. Okay, we're going to stretch both legs forward. So just take your right leg now to meet the left. Good. We're going to come back to forward fold here. So sit on something, whatever you need. You need to move your feet in and out. Just shake your legs. That's fine. Now hands together. Sit up tall. I'm just going to sit on something because I want a good practice. And then opposite, interlace your fingers. Flip your palms. Inhale and reach up. And here I really am digging my heels, even if your knees are bending. You know, if I bend the knees, I can arch the back a little bit more. Spread the toes, and then release the hands. Release yourself in, wherever you go. Feel into the backs of your legs. Move the breath into the back. Close your eyes. You can let your feet relax too. You know, that's gonna maybe take you a little deeper as we start to let the hips open. When you relax your legs, you know, the feet fall out to the sides and the hips open, the torso can fall in. So, you know, it's more work to keep the feet straight. So whatever you're doing, I honor that. You're doing the pose, you're doing the work. Honor that. I'm doing the pose and I'm doing the work. Things are opening, things are stretching, things are illuminating. Soften your third eye. And even bring in that little trick we did with the tongue pressing into the soft palate, where hard and soft palate meet. Take your inner gaze up to the crown chakra. And you can release that. And we'll just take one more full breath in. Let it go. And then you anchor your legs, your hips. Draw your belly in and reach. And come up. And then we'll just take the hands down. We're going to come into twist on the second side. I'm just going to flip. So the left hand stays down. We'll reach the right arm up. And then take that right hand to the outside of your left leg. Turn to the left. Your legs. Notice for yourself if one hip kind of, you know, lifts, and that is okay. We want to let the pelvis be free. Good. And then from here, I'm going to start to slide this left hand down the outside of the leg. Left arm's going to lift, and it might just reach out or reach up or reach over. And then I open the chest more to the left, spinning to the left, leaning to the right. Wherever you are. I'm going to grab the outside of the foot. Breathe. And then release. We're going to put that left hand down. Right arm's going to lift. I'm going to bend the left leg. And walk the left leg out. The toes can turn, you know, you feel what your body needs to do because we're going to lift up. Here we go. You lift yourself up. Open, be free, playful. And then we'll come back down. Good. Okay, now we're going to drop this left leg out. Just turn myself, prop up as you need, and then offer this foot some contemplative love. You know, this foot that supports you, that carries you. Such a little thing. Good. Spread your toes. Yes. And then I'll use my heel of my hand and just push into the arch as if trying to get the foot more, you know, just anchoring it. Good. Okay. Then we come back here and I'm going to lean a little bit or lean forward just to get that right hip to lift. And then I put it back down. Good. Okay, we're going to side bend over this left leg. So the left hand comes down, reach the right arm, and just crescent into your shape here. whatever it is. So again, I'm moving the ribs more to the left, reaching, embodying, breathing. And then we'll release, take that right arm down, and the left arm just paints this rainbow. Yes, and so here I am, we're gonna come back up. So feel, oh, what do you need to do? You know what's gonna happen. Maybe the left hand walks back more. Rise up, you're gonna turn that right foot, place it flat. Top of the left foot on the floor, open. And then to come out, you lift the right arm, turn the right toes up to the sky, and then come down. And then be here for a moment, breathe. Yes. Well, I don't think we did this on the other side, so I know we're gonna fold over there. I'm gonna take a little forward fold here. So just walk your hands in, start to feel that stretch underneath the right leg. Your hips can lift, it's all fine. Drop your head, breathe. And if you're feeling a nice stretch in the inseam or underside of the right leg, maybe even walk yourself over towards there a little bit. And ponder, breathe. And soften behind your heart. And then we'll come out. So just walk your hands back, rise up. You might start to feel the softness, quiet coming. And then we'll just take that left hand, the right hand behind. Now I'm going to turn to face this leg. So, you know, the left knee might come in, the right hip might pull back. So you set yourself up and then reach the left arm up, inhale, and exhale, descend over this leg. Wherever you go, you honor your practice. Drop in. Curiosity, playfulness. And just taking maybe 4 or 5 more breaths here. So just really letting go in any way you can, a little bit more. And softening your face, your third eye. And then your final inhale, exhale. And then draw your belly in, use your legs, firm them, reach up. We'll just take both hands behind, just be here for a moment. So again, you might feel soft, quiet. Be with that. I'm going to lift up again. So I'll put the left hand down and then prepare whatever you need here, nice and open. Reach up, lift up, anchor your legs. And you reach back and then turn that inner elbow out. Good. And then release and come down. Good. And I'm going to bring both legs in. So maybe you sit cross-legged or we come back to this wider shape. Bring your hands together. Okay, I'm just going to lift up and come right back down again. So hands together, prepare, rise up, and release. You can use your hands, all fine. Just playful, feel that. Good. Okay, I'm just going to come back to just moving the torso like we did at the very beginning. So you just feel that. Feel free to use your hands on your knees or on the floor. Close your eyes and just feel like you're just, stirring the cauldron, your pelvic bowl. Good. And then reverse, stir the opposite direction. Good. Let's just do 2 more in this direction. And bring yourself to just sit in stillness and adjust your legs, my friends, so they feel grounded and comfortable. Your hips are okay. And, okay, and then open your eyes, take your hands down. We're going to stretch the legs out and move your feet in and out. So from here, I'm going to come to upward plank. So let's do it first with the legs bent, feet on the floor. And if you have shoulder stuff, then you can be kind to yourself. You might just stay here and floss your shoulders a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to feel the hands on the floor. I'm going to walk my hands back just because I want a little bit more wrist. And we'll do a little cat-cow. And then feel your feet on the floor, your hands anchored, your shoulder blades together. And start to lift your hips up. And then here you might rock a little bit front to back, a little shoulder flossing. Good. And then lower your hips down to the floor and keep your knees like this. Maybe you hug in, just release yourself back. And breathe. Okay, so we're going to do that exact same pose again. This time I'm going to lift one leg and see if I can lift the opposite arm up. And I might fall. We might fall, but that's okay. Take your hands back. It's just good wrist, shoulders. We get these shoulders in a plane they don't normally go in. Let them weight bear. So shoulder blades together, feel your feet lift up, and then kind of heel toe your feet a little closer together. We'll take one knee in, lift that leg up. I didn't say which one. Shift your weight onto that hand, and then see if you could take the other hand up. Maybe touch your foot, and then come down. Let's sit for a moment before we do the other side. Let's do a little wrist rolling, finger playing, and then we'll come back and do the other side. So find it for yourself. As you're ready, you'll lift up. You know which leg you lifted. Lift the other one, shift onto that hand, woo, and just play, what? Or not, whatever happens. And then come down. I'm just gonna cross the legs, move the wrists again. Okay, so now I'm gonna do it with the leg stretch. I'm not gonna lift up. I'm just gonna have my legs stretched out, take that upward bow. So hands down, stretch the legs out. Open your heart, shoulder blades together. And then you feel the heels. And then you might walk your hands in closer. You see what happens. Can you lift up? And breathe. Really anchor your hands. One more breath. And lower. Good. Okay, move your wrists around. Pause, sitting. Feel your heartbeat. I'm going to take one last forward fold with the legs stretched straight. So inhale, reach up. And exhale, extend yourself into this shape now you've done so many times. And release. Just notice how things feel here. If you can remember your first forward fold. Let your jaw go. You can let your feet go. Might even, if your forearms are on the floor, you can even turn your palms up into this great surrender. Notice where your breath is filling. Soften behind your heart, your third eye. And take maybe 5 more breaths here. Just really release whatever you can. And this time we'll take our nice full inhale, hold it, and sigh it out. And just walk your hands back either side of your hips and inhale and come up. And you might keep your eyes closed. We're going to come onto the back. So you can adjust yourself on your mat so you can come down nicely. I said keep your eyes closed, but I think I'm going to set up my Savasana before we come back. So I'll just grab my bolster and a blanket for my head. Socks if you have them. And make it nice. I'm gonna wrap my feet up. And we'll just come back. And so I'm just gonna do a little, we're getting into 6 weeks till Halloween. So we'll do a little Frankenstein coming into his coffin or his crypt. And just start to let yourself come back slowly. Your legs might change when you put a bolster there. Kind of feel as if you're just entering here and drop in. And we'll just lie flat for a few moments. Just notice, if your back feels tight, your shoulders tight. Yeah. And then from here, I'll bring the knees into the chest, just hug them in. Tuck your chin a little bit. Make any adjustments. And you rock your knees side to side or circle them or in and out. Good. Nice. I'm going to extend my legs up to the sky. If this is comfortable for you, if it's not, just you feel free to move into Savasana. I'm just going to keep the legs up for a few breaths here. And you can always put your bolster if you have something, or even your hands underneath your sacrum with the palms down, just if it's a little too much for your low back. I'm just breathing. Descending. Okay. I'll release my hands out from underneath if you put them there. Bring the knees back in. And then extend your legs for your Savasana. And I say extend your legs, but also no hard fast rule. Only I'm just pulling the bolster in. I'm just gonna go crisscross with my legs like I'm sitting in Sukhasana. And I'll just rest the cross shins, the knees on the bolster. So that just opens the pelvic floor a little bit. And if you like that, you don't have to stay there the whole time. You could even bring the soles of the feet together if you love Baddha Konasana. So whatever would feel really grounding, opening for you is totally fine. We're just going to rest in stillness in whatever shape you choose. Maybe the arms are out to the side or the palms are resting on your body. Add your eye pillow or an eye covering. And then just allowing yourself to receive all the benefits of this rest. To be quiet. Release any tension you're holding in your pelvic floor, your belly. the back of your heart and your heart. And feel the throat center soften, the tongue relax in the mouth. And dropping your eyes, your inner gaze. And notice if your chin is a little higher than your forehead, and you might make a little higher support under your head, or just tuck your chin in a little more. And if you did cross your legs, you might change the cross of the legs, or just adjust your legs into whatever feels right and good, to be still, to be quiet, to not ponder, but to illuminate. If you'd like to change the position of your legs, you can do that now, or just stay as you are. Just notice where little places of tension want to sneak in to your eyes, your heart, your hips. Just re-ground yourself, release yourself. Become a little heavier. Choosing to stay in your rest for as long as you're able. Start to gently find your way out. And bend the knees, place the feet on the bolster on the floor, and I'm just going to windshield wiper my knees side to side a few times. In this grounded place, just releasing low back, hip crease. And hug the knees into the chest. Just for a couple moments. Just to ground the back a little more deeply. And staying there for as long as feels good, and coming to rest on your side whenever you're ready. And just dropping in to wherever you choose to be and honoring your journey. And coming to seated or staying as you are. It's all fine and lovely. Just taking a few moments. I'm just going to change the cross of my legs just for balance sake. And just resting in. Again, we'll just have the palms faced up and sit on something if you need. So you take the time to even make this closing seat comfortable and very present. And just feel the effects of your practice. Whatever you feel in your body as the repose, the residue of your practice into your grounding energy. Notice where your tongue is resting. And feel into your palms. The potency and potential you hold. And joining these palms together at your heart space, the center of your body, of your chakra system. This place that develops first in your mother's womb, and the heart, which will also take you from this world when your heart ceases. So with great honoring for every heartbeat, for the expanding love for yourself and for those who you love. As you inhale, grow tall, lengthen, lift your chin, and as you exhale, stay as you are. And we'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra and one Om. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. May we be happy. And seal that with one Om and any pitch you like. Inhale. Bow your chin. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Namaste, my friends. Great love in my heart and honor for your practice. and for you being here with me on this Friday morning. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Look at Sarah's little kitty there. Namaste, guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful Friday. Thank you for playing yoga with me and appreciate you being here.